Hey everybody, it's me again. I am here this time to talk to y'all a little bit about using an auto poster to be able to help you manage your time and allow you to spend more of your available open time actually focusing on building relationships and creating interactions, whether that be on your posts or in your parties. The auto posters allow you the opportunity to focus more on the interactions because you're not having to make sure that you're posting at a certain time of day or anything like that. I know a lot of us struggle to make sure that we're posting regularly, to make sure that we're spacing our posts out. I know I struggled with that because sometimes it was like, oh, I want to post this and this and this. And you get really excited and then you post it all at once. And then later on you're frustrated because you posted 3 things in a row and now they're not actually all 3 getting noticed. Or you're missing out on the opportunity to post within your groups or on your page or in your parties based on time restrictions. Say you're doing a lot of work late at night and you're afraid that if you're posting just at night, then not everybody is going to see those posts or comment or respond enough to keep them bumped up. And so I've found that this has been super helpful for me. There are a couple of different, they have apps. But ultimately it's a website you can go on. There's a couple of them that are available. There's probably more that I'm not aware of. There's a couple that I'm just not super familiar with. 2 that I want to talk to you about today. One is called Hootsuite, and the other is SyncShare. I think that there's like Post My Party or Posts. There's a couple of others, but like I said, I'm just not familiar with it. I used Hootsuite for quite a while actually. It's a free program and they offered the opportunity to post a lot of places that I needed. But ultimately my decision to switch over to SyncShare is because I was able to post in events, which allowed me the opportunity to post to my parties and not just in my VIP group. The other thing is that I do have a lot of different businesses, and with the Hootsuite, I believe you can only post to 3 different things, whether it be your personal page or groups or business pages. And so for me, that just wasn't enough. For y'all, it might be. But again, at that point, you would need to decide if the posting and events is going to be important to you and your business. For me, that was vital. I had a lot of struggles trying to make sure that I was posting in my parties and in my events without, doing a purge post of like 3 posts in a row. Otherwise, I was setting alarms on my phone to make sure I was posting everywhere I needed to, spread out in 3 different times of the day, and it's stressful, and it's a lot, and it can be really hard to keep up with, and I feel like it's a really good way to end up feeling defeated and frustrated and not feel like you're managing your time properly. With SyncShare, I will tell you up front, I do have a link that will allow you to get the first month free. I will share my link if you are interested. Just let me know. You can comment below and I can get that link sent to you. I will double check. Sometimes they have something going on where whenever I share my link, you're actually given like an extra week or something of that nature. So once this video posts, I will double check because I'm shooting the video in advance. So I'm not sure what specials they'll be running at that time. I actually am signed up as an ambassador with SyncShare. Ultimately, what that means is just that I get a little kickback if somebody signs up. I want y'all to find what works for y'all's business. Just because this one works for mine does not mean it will work for yours. So if it's not the program for you, do not feel obligated to sign up. Do not feel like you need to pay for something you don't need. By no means am I going to push this on anybody, but I do want to share the fact that it has helped me. And I feel like programs like this in general are helpful. And so if you're able to find one that works for you and suits your business needs, then whatever program it is, I suggest that you give it a shot, because I know it's helped my business tremendously, and a lot of other consultants that I've worked with have found a lot of success off of using a program like this. The Cent Share, like I said, is $10 a month, or $100 a year. And you get the first 30 days for free, unless they have another promotion going on where it's like six weeks or something free. But if you pay by the year, then you get the 2 additional months plus that free month. So, I personally don't find it to be that bad of an expense, considering how much time it frees up for me. But like I said, I do run a number of business pages. So the fact that I can spend a day or two a month and schedule everything I'm going to post on every single one of my pages, that goes a long ways for me. It allows me to have a lot more time with my family, allows me to spend a lot more time with meaningful, interactive conversations and comments and stuff, with my customers and with my friends and with everybody who's commenting, rather than just spending all of my time doing the posting or trying to figure out what to post or, things like that. You can post on your personal page, business page, event pages, groups, Instagram, Twitter. SyncShare just added the Instagram option. I haven't spent a ton of time on that one. I run a number of Instagram accounts, and I just don't post much on them. I know Instagram has become incredibly popular, so I'm trying really hard to make myself get more into it, but it's just never really been something I've gotten too into. So, I can try to walk y'all through some of that, but I make no promises that I can provide super amazing information on how that part works. You do have the opportunity to schedule months at a time to go in and change things at any time. Like, say that you post something about a product and then it sells out or something, and so you don't want that post to go live in 3 days after it's sold out, because it's just kind of mean and you're cheesing. You can totally go in and make changes. You can edit it. You can delete posts. You can do whatever you need to. You can change the date and time, so that way you're pushing that post off until you can post it. There's lots of different ways to edit and adjust and make sure that you're in full control of your posts. I like to say that if you're doing the Autoposter and posting things in advance, you do want to make sure that you're not like just filling up all of your post options every single day, because then whenever there are specials and things like that announced, you're not able to post them without feeling like you've posted too many things in your group that day. I typically say post no more than 1 to 2 max on the Autoposter, because you want to leave the opportunity for specials that are going on that day, things that are getting announced, as well as things going on in your personal day. Whether that be, the kids started school, or you had an awesome dinner, or you did a face mask tonight, or You tried the new body scrub, whatever it is that you want to post about. I definitely suggest making sure that you are integrating personal posts into it. So don't make it all about the Autoposter. Even if you go in and schedule your personal posts on the Autoposter, just make sure that you are still having an aspect of your personality in there. And, that it's not totally robotic. I also recommend posting the ones about your personal life and things that are going on yourself, because it is going to let people know when you're using an Autoposter. And so if you're like, man, today has been crazy, I did this, and this, it's time to go pamper, and it's done by the Autoposter, it's going to look a lot more staged, or like you planned it in advance. I do have a friend that uses an Autoposter entirely too much, and a lot of times the posts that she posts don't always, like, the stuff coming off of the Autoposter don't match up with things she's posting on her own, because she's got interaction, or got personal posts scheduled on the Autoposter. So I highly recommend leaving some things for you to post yourself. I think it just works a little bit better that way. And you don't want them to think that you just post everything off of the Autoposters. But in general, it really can help you to get ahead and focus on just interacting. Because since you're not so worried about what to post or how to post it or what to word it, you have the opportunity to go in and respond to people's comments and things like that. And you have, the opportunity to go in and, like, if somebody says, like, thank you, for example, you can go in and comment, you're welcome. How often do you see somebody say you're welcome on Facebook? Things like that stick out in people's minds. I can actually probably tell you the first person who ever said you're welcome to something on Facebook instead of just liking it. Like on my page. Because I was just like, wow, nobody ever says that. But I feel like those little interactions are noticed. And I feel like instead of just hitting the like button, we should take more time to comment back. And if we allow ourselves to have a little bit more free time because we've got everything posting on its own, then that gives us a much better opportunity to have the time to be able to comment and interact and build those relationships and just really create more of an ongoing dialogue with our customers and our friends. I think it's really great to do, whether it be on your personal page or your business page or any page. Let's see. I want to make sure to mention that I can, on my Autoposter, create a template for how I want to do my events, and I can select it and post my entire event. So that way it's posting all of my posts for me. I don't have to go in and do any of it. I don't have to be there babysitting it constantly to make it work. I think that that's really cool because I don't have to try to make sure that I'm following a certain template. For all of my parties, I just have the ability to go in and use what I have saved as the template, and then I'm able to go in and change things like the hostess's name and make things more personalized to the date and time of the party. I just make a little note in my own personal notes as far as which ones I feel need to be changed and updated as each party goes along. You can also share things in more than one place at a time. Say that you found this really awesome quote that you want to share with people, and you'd like to post it in your VIP group as well as on your personal page. And you know what? You've got a party going this week. Let's just go ahead and put it there too, so that way everybody gets to see that positivity. No problem. Couple of quick clicks of the button and poof, it's being posted everywhere for you. And you don't have to go through and copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, you know, anything like that. I do have a note on here to remind y'all not to use that all the time. I say that because I know a lot of people who are in your VIP groups are also on your personal page. And so if they see the same things in your VIP group and your personal page, every single post, they're really going to start to wonder why they're following your VIP group if everything is also on your personal page. It no longer feels like it's for VIPs. It feels like it's just a second way of making sure that, you know, everybody sees it all the time and that it's constantly in their newsfeed. So I don't recommend always posting it in multiple places, but I feel like positive quotes and like cute, funny graphics and things like that, those are really good to post in different places because we all need some positivity. And quite frankly, a lot of people share those things, and so I don't feel like it's as apt to be noticed that you've posted it in a couple of different places. I feel like those positive daily posts really go a long way. I have done it on my personal page, and I've had a lot of people reach out to me and say, hey, you post a lot of really good quotes and stuff, and there's a lot of days that I've really needed that pick-me-up, and you were there. It was on your page, and mornings that I knew that I needed a pick-me-up, I went to your page, and I knew that there was going to be something positive on there. It really meant a lot to me to know I was making a difference in people's days, and that they knew that they could come to me for something positive. And the way I was able to do that was by using the Autoposters, because it auto-posted before I even got out of bed. So much so that my dad called me and I was asleep, and he was like, how are you asleep? You've been posting on Facebook all morning. No, I've been asleep. So it's kind of funny because not everybody really realizes that you're using an auto poster. But I just mainly want to point out the big thing with an auto poster is the fact that it allows you to focus your time on interactions and not on the actual posting portion. I'm going to see if I can get this to turn around and see if I can show you a little bit of my screen here so you can kind of see. This is what it looks like if you're using the Sync Share. I'm not real sure how that's pronounced. What you're going to see, like over here, this section here is stuff that I have set up to post. And then you'll see that there's like the little icon, and it tells you like where it's being posted. I have the ability to select the date and the time. This is actually the date and time in which I plan to put this video on, to auto post. If you're using a video link, you can click here and paste your link, and then click the little link button, and it'll show you what the preview image and everything is going to look like. And you have the ability to type up here. In this section here, you can obviously pick the date and time. I don't have any post categories, but you can set up categories to make it a little bit easier. This is a list of several things that I've got set up to where I have the ability to post in them. This allows you, the little arrows here will show you different events, and those are some previous events that I've done. on your business pages, there can be events that you can post in as well. Like I said, there's Instagram as well. If you go over here, I'll just go through some of these little options real quick. You've got the groups and whatnot. If they've got the little black heart, then that means that they are set up as something favorited to where you can post in them. And it'll show up on your list. Everything else does not. I've got a lot of different mommy groups and offshoots of mommy groups and all sorts of things. So, I've got more groups than I really need in general. And so I've been very careful to make sure that I'm picking ones that I feel like I'm going to actually use to auto post in. The text clips are something that you can use. I personally have not. These are ways to make it to where all of your posts are going to have like the same tag with the same links and everything to share. Like I said, it's just not something I have personally used. I know a lot of people who think that it's really useful and really helpful and they really like it. It's just not something I've used. And then you have the manage post option. And what this is going to show you, you start out in the history section of stuff that you've posted already. Pending is going to be anything that you have scheduled to post. And it's going to mix all of your different groups together. Unless you go in here and, like, say I select the BFF Posh stars. It's going to show you only stuff that I have pending for our team. And you can go in and pick whichever groups or multiple ones that you want to see. And that'll give you that opportunity to know what all is coming up, what all is needed in the future. You know, if you go in there and realize you don't have anything coming up, then you know what you need to be able to add more in the future. If you go into the user guide section, they do have a really good help section of getting started, video tutorials, community. There is so much information in here on how to post on everything, how to design your own graphics and things of that nature. With the little text clip things that I was talking about, talks about what they are, account information and things like that. So I do suggest checking all of that out. That will definitely help you to be able to make sure that you understand how to use it. I'm also here and available to answer questions. I don't know if you can see on there, but there's the referral link if y'all are interested. You don't know. Yeah. Y'all can kind of see it there. I can send it specifically to y'all as well. But like I said, just let me know. If y'all have any questions on specifics on how to do this, or things that I like to post in advance, comment below and let me know. I'm going to go ahead and get this synced up and ready to post on Friday for y'all, and I hope y'all are having a good week.